Okay, let's carry on. Now, in this video, I want to turn our attention to compounding our profits that we get every day and maybe adding them back into our liquidity pool. So that obviously, therefore, slowly over time increases the size of our liquidity pool, meaning it gets slightly bigger, meaning we'll obviously make more daily passive income. Also, I want to briefly look at how you actually take profits out of it completely and put the money in your pocket as it was. So let's go through all of those in this video, and let's just remind ourselves the simple strategy is as follows. We start, of course, with crypto and MetaMask. We zap it, don't we? It then gets deposited into the EMP ETH LP farm, and then really after we get paid, two things happen. Now, of course, we get paid every day in eShare, as you know. Then we have options. We can either cash out. Now, as I briefly mentioned before, I want to turn our attention to cashing out more in week 4 because there is another protocol that we need to use that I've mentioned casually a few times. You may have heard me mention it, called Pancake Swap. You don't need to know anything about that right now. You're going to absolutely love it. It's really easy to use, but we do need to incorporate this Pancake Swap thing into the whole process when it comes to cashing out. Therefore, we're going to come back to the cashing out process and how simple this is. It's one of the things we're going through in week 4. Okay, so we'll come back to cashing out. For now, though, because we're starting small, it probably doesn't make any sense to cash out, does it really? Let's try and grow our liquidity pool. So therefore, let's talk about compounding back into the farm, taking your daily profits, putting it back into the farm, growing that farm itself, which is always a smart thing to do. So let's go and take a look at that. Let's go back to Emp.money. And here we are. And here's what I would do if I were you, particularly if you're starting. I would just let the eShare build up over a few days. Now, again, if you haven't got much staked in the farm in the first place, it's not going to be that much. But as I've also said, that doesn't actually matter for now, because I want you to learn the process and get confident and get comfortable. And then maybe down the road, you can increase it. So for now, all we really want to do is get this process, get this strategy 100% cemented in our head, because then it's so much more enjoyable, as I keep saying. So my advice would be, particularly when you start, is just let the interest that you will see here just grow organically as it will over a few days, maybe even a few weeks. And then I would come back to it and then I would claim it. Now, let's remind ourselves what that means. When we claim it, when there's something in here to claim, it automatically will get taken from here and get sent into MetaMask. So far, so good. Once it's in MetaMask, we then have options, as we've discussed, to either cash out, which I'm coming on to next week, or add it back here into the farm itself. And that's really what I want to talk about in this video, because it's not a bad idea to continually keep, fueling the engine, if you like, and growing our liquidity pool. So let's go and do that right now. So let's imagine that I do have some eShare here. At the moment, you can see it's 0 because a couple of videos ago I claimed it. Do you remember that when I restaked something in the farm? Remember when I said when we do stake or when we deposit, whatever we have as eShare automatically gets claimed? And this happened just a couple of videos ago. So in the last few minutes since that video, I haven't earned any eShares since then to claim. Hence it saying 0, but it won't say 0 for you. So what the first thing we would do is, once this has built up to, a little bit worth claiming, we will claim it and then we'll see it in MetaMask. So let me show you what my MetaMask looks like. Here is my eShare right now. So it's not much, 0.00086 at the moment. Now imagine we now want to add that back here. How do we do it? Really simple. In fact, the good news is you've done this before many times. Let me show you. We stay on the farm page and we use the Zap feature. So let's click on Zap. Now, do you remember when we first looked at the Zap feature, I was saying to you that when we zap in something into the liquidity pool, there's actually 4 cryptocurrencies that we can zap in, and then Emp.money takes whichever one it is that we want to zap in, and it converts it into the pair needed for the pool itself. Do you remember me saying that? If not, don't worry, I'll show you what I mean. Here where it says select token, if we click here, the 4 tokens that we can deposit are shown: BNB, Ethereum, eShare, EMP. And these match what we have at MetaMask. At MetaMask we have BNB, Ethereum, eShare, and EMP. Now, when we first looked at the Zap feature, I said, don't worry about eShare and EMP. But now we can concern ourselves, because if we want to, we can zap into this farm some eShare. So we simply click on eShare. Let's do that. Look, it's pulling in 0.0008, which matches what is in my MetaMask. So we can now pull in this eShare. This will get converted into a liquidity token and get added to our liquidity pool itself. In fact, let me make a little note of what we've got here at the moment. We've got 5.8540 liquidity tokens. 5.8540. Okay, remember that. I've written it down because now we're going to add to it. So here's how we would compound our E-share that we've earned. Very simple. Once you've got a little bit there, I would come back here, click on Zap. The Zap into the EMP ETH window opens. We select E-share. It tells us how much is now in our wallet. Let's add all of it. I'm going to click Zap. Now, one other thing to mention. The first time you do anything in MetaMask that's brand new, MetaMask will often say, can you confirm that you want to give permission? Now, I've already done this, so you're not going to see that. But the more you use MetaMask, you might have seen this. Sometimes it pops up 2 or 3 times. It's just how it works. So don't worry if you have to click confirm 1 or 2 times more than I'm about to show you in this video. But the first time you will see something in MetaMask that says, do you want to confirm, or please confirm that you are allowing MetaMask to essentially stake your E-share. So you would click confirm. Then after you've done that, you're going to see essentially what I'm going to see. But again, let me reiterate, sometimes MetaMask will pop up 2 or 3 times. Don't worry if you've seen that. It's very, very common. Everybody sees that. So I'm going to click Zap. So let's be clear what I'm doing. I am adding my E-share that I earned, that I claimed. So I claimed it from the farm. It went to my MetaMask. And I'm now zapping it from my MetaMask back into the liquidity pair itself. Let me click on Zap. MetaMask will open. Let me just move this over a little bit here so you can see it a bit better. Oops. There we go. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. I'm going to click on confirm. It's going to do its thing. There we go. It popped up a second time, if you pardon the expression. So let's click confirm for a second time. And now we'll give it a few seconds. There we go. Look, it says it's staking. And remember the figure was 5.8540. And look, it's staking, it's counting down. And look, it just changed. So what have we done? We've now taken the E-share that we earned as interest and we've zapped that. And then Emp.money has taken that E-share and it's split it into 50-50 EMP and ETH. Again, you don't need to worry about any of that, but that's what's happened behind the scenes, and it's added to our liquidity pool. And the token has gone up. It was 5.8540. It's now 5.8641. So I've increased the size of my liquidity pool, meaning that I'm now going to get interest on a little bit more money, meaning, of course, a little bit more passive income. I don't know why, again, I'm speaking like the chimney sweep from Mary Poppins. All right, Mary Poppins? So, it's exciting, isn't it, doing all this? Oh, man, it's so exciting. It's addictive as well, isn't it? Anyway, let's summarize. So, what did we accomplish in this video? Well, in this video, I showed you how to take your profits that are paid in E-share in the farm, aren't they? And then compound them back into the farm, into the EMP ETH LP farm with the Zap feature. How many of your friends are learning stuff like this? I bet 0. So really, really, really well done. Let's summarize. No, we did just summarize. I'm getting too excited here. What do you do now, Einie? Well, nothing. Although, do you know what I haven't done for a while? I haven't asked you how you're feeling, and I'd love to know. So could you let me know in the comments below, please, how you are feeling with this strategy? Does it make sense to you? That's my question to you. Does this make sense? Let me know in the comments below. Does this make sense? I'd love to know your thoughts. Please let me know below, and then let's carry on.